If I remember correctly, yesterday I was working on some issues related to the murderer not going into a particular place. If I remember, the blue murderer just does not want to go into a particular or want to follow a particular pattern. See, that is a bit of a problem. And the particular problem that I am facing is that they're getting stuck. And thus, what was... Hold on, it's actually way up here. And flag, if that is 0, set it to 1. From node or to dot variable AI node. Oh, hello again. All right, so let's see. Currently, the problem I'm having is that when the murderer is trying to path out of being stuck, it just gets stuck again. It gets stuck in a new location, sure, but it gets stuck again. Well, yes, myself, actually. Hmm. Wait, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully this will have a positive effect. Ah, but if I am kind to myself, who then will be mean to me? Who then will keep me in check? Okay, well, a lot of people probably. but none of them do I know quite so well yet. I shouldn't say none of them that I know quite so well yet. Have I resolved the problems that I've been having? Well, it's not very helpful to my test. Sure, you could be mean, but could you be as mean as my psyche is to myself? As I am to myself? Ah, stuck again. And I have no idea how to solve this. Does the area even have an ID? Area. Two. Hold on. 2, 3, 5, 4, 5. There are two places. Oh, well, they're supposed to be the same thing, anyways. Well, there's two that aren't supposed to be the same that do have the same ID. Six. One. So there shouldn't be anything related to going right about here. In fact, the only thing, all right, let's take a look at this. Well, no, if we were to talk politically, I would list meaner people than even your subconscious, but I shall refrain. I suppose that's fair. Miles, you are a furry. First, no. Second, get out of my head. Okay, so either node 4 or 1 are being used. Which is not what I need, actually. Keep an eye on that. Hmm. What node? It's going to node 4. Node 4. Alright. Let's see what node 4 is. I'm pretty sure that's this one right here. That no was sus, just saying. You sure? Sorry, what? ID 4, area ID 3. I'm not quite sure that I understand what you're saying. Hmm. Well, I guess that's that then. I didn't really have a choice, but I guess I'm a furry now. What animal would I like to be? Is human an acceptable choice? I know how most humans like to prefer to think of themselves as outside of the animal kingdom, but nonetheless, this might be causing a problem. This still would be causing a problem. In fact, I probably would switch this part around. No, you are a spicy taco, but the white lady spicy, aka chicken with black pepper. I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to say to me, but I feel like that was supposed to be an insult, which I guess is fair. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean that there's a problem here? No, I guess because it didn't have this part. Ah, okay. I suppose that is a more understandable uh way to communicate your insult to me. So you're calling me tasteless, as if I was created by someone with no tastes. I guess maybe more assembled might be correctly, or might be correct in that situation. That's also fair. Getting stuck yet again. Okay, seriously, what is it with getting stuck? Two. GAI node is 4. Constantly, it's 4. Despite the fact that it probably shouldn't be 4 all the time. So let's take a look. Might also be the problem here. Well, I'm glad I interpreted that correctly. Now I know exactly how hurt to feel. Good luck insulting me more than I insult myself. Perhaps this time I won't need to debug and show my way through everything. Perhaps a little less stuck this time. Maybe. Not very often. And I think the last time I watched anime was actually a long time ago. Actually, there is something that I want to do that isn't related to murder movement. What did I watch? Hmm. Well, as we're speaking multiple years ago, I'm not entirely sure what would be a good sampling of what I have watched. I think the last anime that I tried to watch was, if I remember correctly, it was Konosuba. And then, I guess, like I did before, I just stopped watching. Hmm. I don't want to make another foib just for sounds, but I guess that's what I have to do. Yeah, I'm not a billion years old. I'm only 22 at this point in my life. Then down here, I have to add another for sound voids. Value objects variable sound void. What's the? Oh, it's just sound with sound void. I am not. I refuse to get one. Should probably do a for each object. For each object, process. Or for each object, sound void. Do you have any social media? Well, I do have a Twitter, and I do have YouTube. I have two channels on YouTube actually. My Twitter is mostly just completely radio silent after a while. Not entirely sure if it would be fun uh, to see what I post almost never. And in fact, I think the last time I posted was probably a little bit earlier than the last time I watched anime. I think it was actually about how I soldered together uh, a replacement battery on a Pokemon Crystal game. Absolutely not. There are quite a few things that I will refuse to sign up for. Instagram being one of them. I do not care if that makes me older than my years. I don't know, I'm just built that way. I won't I won't get a uh Instagram or uh Snapchat or TikTok. And especially I won't get a Facebook account because I already have one and I cannot actually get into it at all. Granted, the only thing I want to get into it for is to delete it, but I can't even do that. I think I should go ahead and actually determine uh what channels I want for what particular sounds. But I have an effect. Okay, so channel 0 I don't think I'm going to use. See. Channel 1 I should probably reserve for, I'm going to say channel 1 to 4 I will reserve for footsteps if I ever implement a footstep kind of thing into the game. So 5 for collecting an object. Let's see. Miles, I bet you get all of the girls 100%. That lack of tech means you must bop at something else. I get none of the girls. I don't even try to get any of the girls for like a few reasons. First is that I would absolutely get none of the girls anyways. Second is that a few considerations of my own have made me decide not to. Alright, let's see. This should give me sound effects. Miles, spill the tea. What's the tea? What are the reasons I need all of them? Okay, okay. That's a nice sound effect. That's actually an Allen wrench hitting like marble. In any case, the I'm sorry, but that made me laugh. The reasons. Okay, so first, as unlikely as it is for me to get a girl in the first place, even if I did manage to, this murderer is still running into problems. Even if I did manage to uh, All right. Even if I did manage to get a girl, right? There would be problems from the beginning. First, I don't think I would be ready for any kind of relationship. Uh, what a nice sound effect. Though, maybe it's calling the same sound file multiple times. The other reason is that if I were to go ahead and uh get a girlfriend, right? There's the possible issue of a relationship developing faster than I could handle. What do you mean I'm not spilling the tea? I'm trying to spill. I'm a little distracted. All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to pause timer for a bit. Okay. Okay. From the beginning. From the beginning. First, why I don't have a girlfriend. Hmm. The first reason is probably because I don't look too good. There's a lot of things about me that are just unapproachable. Like you wouldn't want to approach it. You would probably like back away, not out of like fear, but just out of like disgust or just, general disinterest. Disinterest. The other thing is that the reasons why I choose not to is because first, a relationship that may not or that may occur may not develop at a rate that whoever whoever I am with would appreciate. Maybe incredibly slow. Like if a snail were to look at something and think of itself as like something running at a regular pace, they would look at this and say, "Wow, that's progressing at a snail's pace relative to a snail." And third, I think one of the biggest reasons would probably be due to a fear of possibly if I were to get into a relationship if I were to get into a relationship and it were to progress to I suppose the end goal of a relationship, that I don't think I would be ready to handle what that end goal entails. I don't think I would be ready in maybe all of my life to even have the chance to be a father. And since I am not ready for that kind of responsibility, it's just best if I don't try. So, other than the fact that no one would ever want me, those are the reasons why I don't go pursuing any romantic relationship. I'm sorry again. I'm trying to understand what the last thing you just said, and I don't understand what Miles Babies just say your ace please means. There are sound files. Should probably check the debugger. See if please hold your communications to me like I am a 3-year-old. The best guess I could give for what Ace is based off of a bunch of ads I've heard, which is a hardware store. Zero. Zero. One. No, no, not that. I am not asexual. I do have sexual attraction. Still, will not pursue any kind of romantic relationship. Again, I don't think I'm in a place mature enough to handle a romantic relationship. Even if I was, I don't think I'm in a place where I'm mature enough to handle one of the possible ends of or one of the possible end goals of a romantic relationship, which is children. Nor do I think I want to have children. Does that answer your question? Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I am a nerd through and through. Let's see. I am like, okay, probably not textbook uh nerd, but I am matching a lot of the stereotypes. I do not work out at all. I am, if I can move as little as possible from day to day, that is how I prefer to live. Until it starts hurting me, in which case, yeah, I guess I have to move a bit. Will this work? I get you might not be understanding what I am saying. Whilst I do have attraction to females. I do not want to get into a relationship with females. But I guess so you can get all of the girls and toss them away and be immortal and untouchable. Yeah, I'd rather have multiple forms of prevention in that regard. If I am absolutely unappealing to everyone, I do not have to worry about my own wishes being overrun by my own emotions. Because it won't happen in the first place. Okay, I do believe that I have self-control, but I don't want to be given in a situation where I'm given all the green lights and uh, my own views on the matter are being pushed to the back seat. Not to women, Miles. What if women are excluded from this conversation? Hmm? Sorry, what? Again, explain this to me like I have the reading comprehension of a 3-year-old. It is best if you do not leave anything to context, because I might miss it. Is he getting stuck at all, or is, am I just programmed that entire issue away? That any failsafe doesn't even come into play. All right, let's see. Well, okay, yes, I'm not saying that people can't be attracted to men. I just don't understand how that relates to what I was saying about me. Stuck time. Is it just increasing with no bounds? Huh. I guess that's working. Does that work with the white murderer? Because they do have some code differences. You know what? As a bit of a safe. As a bit of a safeguard, I'm going to where's the site object? Oh, the white murderer is now blind. Or at least they can't see me. Okay, look. Uh, First, you ask me if I am asexual, which no, I'm not. And he I Here's the thing about your most recent suggestion. I'm not bisexual, nor am I gay. It'd be probably easier to pursue a relationship with what I have in mind, but neither of those are what I am. Alright. Knowing that the murderer is blind, I do not have to. They're stuck at the door, aren't they? Yep, they are. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Probably going to move this into here. I'm going to copy this part 2 and put it here. Change this up a bit so that way it works with the first murderer. And that should work. Though I have been wrong after saying that should work so many times. I don't think I have any clear errors here. All right, let's do this. Still don't want that murderer to have vision. There we go. That makes debugging a lot easier. Where are they? Right there. All right, good night. At least they're not stuck. Where have they disappeared though? Not here. Not here. Okay, they just vanished for a bit. The animation though. How much time do I have left? Ah, 15 minutes. I'm gonna just trust that this is playing different sound files. I realize that I'm going to have to add a bit of code to determine or to communicate between client and server. So I'll create another, particularly for the weapon being visible. All right, weapon is 1. Oh, there's already an object event void here. This one, however, I want to modify. Then I want to actually pass a parameter to tell it how to modify. So there we go. Interactables type UID. Then I can move exposed into a object event handling. Then we have modify. What's in this? One, two. Actually, I gotta go ahead and have a parameter for that. So let's see. Modify object UID and modification. Modification is what I want here. And there we go. I think that will actually work for both types of evidence. Search object. What does that look like on the inside? So what I should do here is probably should have another thing here to change expose to T. Or open. Now, let's expose. If I remember correctly, this is supposed to be a 2. Exposed state would be 2. Uh, Whereas if it were actually, I see that I should probably be making this one level higher. There we go. I think that should do the same thing for same thing as this, but for searchable objects. Now, the $1,000,000 question that will not pay out. So the $0 question is, will it work? Who knows? Certainly I, the programmer of this thing, would not know. Okay, so that apparently worked. This, however, seems to not have worked. I'm sorry, what? Oh, of course. Yeah, I get it. No, I do not. Well, I didn't mean to drop my controller there, but I guess I have more things to do. Okay, so first, should probably swap this around. Two minutes on the clock, which means that if this test is successful very early on, I'll have a little bit of time where I don't know what to do. But quite possibly, and quite probably, this will be the last test. Actually, hold on, I want to save. And there we go. No time wasted since it was still compiling. I just love it when you have a or when your wheel goes, your scroll wheel, it's just free floating. You can just scroll on for a long time. But then it also has the option to go. I really like that about this mouse is that you can have a free flowing scroll wheel, and you can have a scroll wheel that is more suited for discrete uh, inputs. Okay, it seems like this is working correctly. I won't know until I find the victim, or if I don't find the victim at all. Ah, there we go. And now I cannot search this one, which is expected. Right, I was still expecting to search that. That works. And I win. All right. For tonight, which is about to end. It's less than 30 minutes away. For tonight, this will be it. I may stream in like an hour or an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours, somewhere around there. Maybe, if I'm feeling up to it. So, thank you to Anne Marie T23 for being here, though not at this moment, I suppose. And no thanks to the guy who was advertising in chat earlier. I don't like it when people advertise in my chat like that. I get those messages so often. Any case, thank you to anyone else who was sitting in chat but was silent. And thank you to anyone who's watching this on YouTube later. This is going to be it for me. So until I see you again, this is goodbye.